That's it. Get down, bro.
I'm hurt. I need help.
We're all hurt. That was annoying as hell. Spirit Shard, a Helm of Homily. +2 to all attributes, +3 armor. A heavy helmet. That's actually a decent helmet. A Cord of Shattered Dreams, +3 willpower, +10 mental resistance. So that's a real good belt for Morrigan. And Morrigan had a level up too, didn't she? So put one more on her magic, put a couple more on her health because yeah, she's a bit of a glass cannon as well. We can take the next perk, which is a Fly Swarm. You could also take the next electric spell. We could take a rock armor spell. We can also take a fire spell. We need 34 magic for blizzard though. We could also take a healing spell. Stream of reducing all party members significantly. All party members significantly increasing mana and stamina regeneration for a short time. Probably going to need the healing spell. I know Morrigan's more of an attacking person, but it would be nice for her to have a sort of healing spell. Any hostile spell target that casts at 75 chance of being absorbed into the Fey, draining mana instead. Once all mana has been depleted, the shield collapses. Or we can take some more of these. I'm going to have a sit down and read through all of those, I think, and see which is the best one. We've also got these ones. The caster generates protective sheath that helps lever incoming attacks, gaining a bonus defense while this mode is active. Specialized in direct attacks using a mage staff, gaining permanent damage bonus. Mages gain a keen familiarity with arcane arts, granting a permanent bonus to spell power. We have to really start taking these as well, don't we? That's obscene, that's passive, and that's passive. So you gain a defense bonus and also gain like helpful hand. So let's start taking these. Probably makes more sense. Like she gets a massive boost to her abilities. Let's go and get the proper quote off that dude then. Oh, hello. Lesser Shade. There's two of them.
Let's have at it! Okay, go with you now.
Morrigan didn't get a spell point, did she, in the a skill point, sorry, in the thing, so I can up her potions like I wanted to. Oh crap, there's a lot here. Work as a team. A lot more popped up there than I expected.
did it! You freed her! Thank you so much!
I'm sorry I ran away, Daddy. I was so scared.
It's all right, Butterfly. You're safe now. All the bad creatures are gone.
The phrase to activate Shale is Dulan Han. If you still want that bloody thing. I wouldn't if I were you. Now we should go, and quickly. Thank you again. We owe you our lives.
Yeah, you did. Wanna come and help me fight the Blight? Need some teammate. Go out this way. Wanted shale? Oh yeah, there's a dead villager suddenly shining over here. Was he shining earlier on? I don't think he was. He's got a blooded bronze key. Oh, that's for the... Remember there was a chest that I couldn't get in because I needed a key? I'm assuming it's for that. Alright, mate.
I knew that the day would come when someone would find the control rod. And not even a mage this time. Probably stumbled across the rod by accident, I suppose. Typical.
Not the voice I was expecting him to go. I was expecting like a deep, gruff voice, but... hello to you too. Now, how do you know I'm not a mage? Bit of a dumb question, I'm a dwarf. Did not stumble across it. You could be more thankful, you know.
It thinks I should be thankful. Well, of course it does. Why would it not? I stood here in this spot and watched the wretched little villagers scurry around me for, oh, I have no idea how long. Many, many years.
Oh, you poor dear. That would be really, really boring.
And the villagers had no idea they were being watched. Creepy.
Then one wonders that you wouldn't be grateful to the one who allowed you to stretch your legs, Gollum.
Another mage, I see. Charming. I was just beginning to get used to the quiet, too. Tell me, are all the villagers dead?
Not all of them. I take it that wouldn't concern you if they were.
Some got away, then. How unfortunate.
Got a name?
Perhaps. I may have forgotten after all the years of being called Gollum. Gollum, fetch me that chair. Do be a good Gollum and squash that insipid bandit. And let's not forget, Gollum, pick me up. I tire of walking. It does have the control rod, doesn't it? I am awake, so it must.
It certainly does, right in its hand.
I see the control rod, yet I feel... Go on, order me to do something.
Alright, walk over there. What, why? I don't feel like we're... I don't like where this is going. Fine, attack Alistair.
And, nothing. I feel nothing. I feel no compulsion to carry out its command. I suppose this means the rod is... broken?
You'd be happy about that? Can it be fixed? So what now? You go on a killing rampage? Why are you not just going to walk away?
I suppose if I can't be commanded, this means I have free will, yes? It is simply, what should I do? I have no memories beyond watching this village for so long. I have no purpose. I find myself at a bit of a loss. What about it? It must have awoken me for some reason, no? What did it intend to do with me?
I haven't given it much thought. I could think of many uses for a personal golem. I don't intend to do anything with you.
I see. Wonderful. I suppose I have two options, do I not? Go with it or go elsewhere? I do not even know what lies beyond this village.
You're welcome to come with me. Are you going to keep calling me it? What do you want to do? You killed your former master, and how do I know I trust it? Don't really chat. Come along, bro, if you want. Are you going to keep calling me it?
Yes, very likely.
Fair enough.
Are you certain you want to bring that thing with us? It could be dangerous and large.
Think of it as a personal battering ram. I can tell you to do something else. Thanks for stating the completely obvious.
Good point. Better it than me, anyhow.
I will follow it about then. For now. I am called Shale, by the way.
You just said you didn't remember your name. Pleased to meet you? Is that supposed to be a joke? Is that your name or what you're made of? If you're following, then we're going.
This should be interesting.
Hey, we got a nice new companion. Alistair disapproves by one. What? Why? Why is Alistair... I got one new combat tactics slot as well. Does that mean... for everybody, or... oh no, it's on here, I suppose. I'm thinking of moving... oh, Morrigan's got 5. Maybe that's what it was. Maybe it's just for Morrigan. Nearest visible. Yeah, I'm thinking of moving these around a little bit, because, I mean, she's got all these tactics and she never uses them. Like, she's got bear shape. She could turn into a bear, but she doesn't ever use it. I'm thinking of leaving that out for now, though, until, because she's got... what skill is it? Yeah, this one here. Master Shapeshifter. Master of the ways alters the forms of the bear shape and spider shape, allowing the cast to become Berserker Bear or a Berserker Spider or Corrupted Spider. Both considerably more powerful than their base forms, and those forms of shape also gains overwhelming additionally a fly swarm shape drains health from foes whenever the main swarm inflicts damage. So possibly gonna wait for now until we've got this perk, and that way then like a bit more powerful. Let's go open that chest, and then we'll go back to... why the auto save? There's something nasty waiting down here for me. There's the chest. Olaf's key. Olaf's prized cheese knife, 1 armor penetration, with 2 slots there that you can customize if you look there. You've got to see the boxes. And then we got a flawed lightning crystal. We can also use some of these crystals on Shale. We can give him some... and the problem is, I don't know if the Alistair's leveled up anymore or not, because at that point... how far has he got before he leveled up? I'm almost gone up a level. He's a little bit further behind me. And Liliana is very, very close. Anyway, it's just a case of going back to camp now, so I'll bring you back when I'm at camp. Back at camp, let's quickly flick over to Shale. So you see you've got a thing here where you can equip, put one of these on, so we can do nature damage, we can do lightning damage, cold damage, or fire damage. We seem to come across a lot of like darkspawn and demons at the moment, which ice is better against, and he's also got spirit resistance, which is good for lightning, 20 fire, 20 lightning, 20 nature. The nature in there, I think. Although spirit is probably the better. Plus 22 fatigue. Just leave it like that for now, I guess. Hold resistance. Just stick that on me for now. Get it out of the way. Do you like this though? Stunning, mental resistance, improves trap detection, 3 defense, and 1 armor. What does it look like? And then we won't get our bonus from matching set either, will we? There he is.
Something you need? I'm sure either my boy or I can help you out.
What's your story?
I suppose since you told me about you being a Grey Warden, it's only fitting for me to be as open. I'm originally from Orzammar, just as you are, I suspect. You don't have the look of a surface dwarf about you. I was a merchant there, too. Merchant caste. These things are in the blood, you know. You can't just leave them behind. I ran a fairly successful business. Rare artifacts, you know. Old things, grand things. The nobles loved them. Reminded them of the lost glory days, I suppose.
Why did you leave?
One day, a noble woman came to my store. She looked around for a bit and then started shrieking in dismay. Apparently, she believed that a pair of braces I had for sale once belonged to her brother. He'd been lost in a cave-in, you see, while on an expedition to clear out the darkspawn from one of the tunnels running close to the city. They were made specially for him. They're unique, she shrieked. He stole them from my poor brother's corpse. She had me arrested on the spot, of course. Nobles, they're touchy like that.
Bit of if they're made specially for him, that's a bit of a silly question, really. Did you just actually steal them?
Well, I didn't steal them. You see, I'd been paying these castless thugs to venture out into the deep roads for me. The lost tigers. They're full of things that people left behind. Sometimes you can find a treasure. Something worth a little gold.
It's better to do something than leave them to rot.
That's exactly how I see it. The noblewoman, she wasn't too happy with the theft of her brother's braces. I don't know what they planned for me, and I didn't want to find out. Bribed the guard that was watching me and took off for the surface first opportunity I got. Never looked back.
Fascinating story, thank you. Quite lucky to have done so well.
I thank the stone every single day. Now, is there anything the boy or I can get you?
But where do these goods come from? Not the deep
Look,
road?
we don't rob people, all right? We don't take things from people that need them. The things in the lost tigers, what good did they do lying there? I brought them back to Orzammar, where people could look at them and remember. It's not all that different up here. There are places long abandoned by the humans everywhere. Even more now with the darkspawn coming.
You're an opportunistic scoundrel.
People flee from the Blight with good reason, but they forget things. Things with value and meaning. They leave them behind because they're frightened and desperate. And sometimes, my boy and I, we find our way to these places before the horde descends, and we save these things. I take them away so the darkspawn don't get them. Is that so bad? They destroy everything they touch.
Size is better than having the darkspawn take it all?
That's what I tell myself, too. Ah, these are dark times indeed. Dark times, my friend.
Let me see you where.
I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
Ooh, well, discount. Right, we need more health pulses, so let's just buy those. We need them. I can't really argue with that. We're supposed to put that on. Veilguard. What else we got here? We got a malice, whatever that is. Got a topaz. We got a fleur spur. Don't need that helmet anymore. Medium gloves. Let's get rid of those. Medium. Oh, light armor. Medium armor. Large wooden round shield. We no longer need. We got those, which I'll keep. Grey wooden dagger. Enchanted dagger. Normal dagger can go. Normal dagger can go. Normal longsword can go. Pet rot. That's a gift for Shale. Fire damage, cold damage. Two constitution for a mage. 1 willpower. 6 armor, 6 attack. Did we not buy that? I thought that we'd had that for the dog already. Need somewhere to put our stuff. Like a box or something. Morgan, I have a bout you can wear. I'm going to put out the studded leather armor because it's only a small drop in armor, but it's a huge fatigue boost. So only makes sense that she's less fatigued. And then we got a trusty cheese knife. Do you have any more gifts that we can hand out while we're here? Silver Sword of Mercy. Mainly alcohol at the moment, isn't it?
You know, maybe this isn't the best time to be thinking about this, but I've something to ask you. Chances are we'll be heading to Denerim soon. And when we're there, I wonder if we might be able to look someone up.
You have a friend outside the greywardens? We'll probably be a bit too busy. Low game, we'll count on what's coming.
I'm not talking about a friend, exactly. And no, it's not that sort of friend either. The thing is, I have a sister, a half-sister. I told you about my mother, right? She was a servant at Redcliffe Castle and she had a daughter. Only, I never knew about her. I don't think she knew about me either. They kept my birth a secret after all. But after I became a Grey Warden, I did some checking and, well, I found out she's still alive. In Denerim.
Have you contacted her? Wonderful news. So who is you? Have you contacted?
No. I thought about writing her, but I never did. And then we were called down to Ostergar and I never got the chance. She's the only real family I have left. The only family not also mixed up in the whole royal thing. I've just been thinking that maybe it's time I went to see her. With the blight coming and everything, I don't know if I'll ever get another chance to see her. Maybe I can help her. Warn her about the danger, I don't know.
What do you think she'll do? We don't have time for tricks. If you want to, we can try. You could see her once all this is over.
I'm not sure. I don't know anything about her except her name and where she lives. Her name is Goldana, and I think she remarried but still lives just outside the alienage. If we're in the area, then, well, it's worth a look.
Ooh. Alistair's
Something on your mind?
Question.
Of course.
Can you teach others to be a Templar?
Sure, I could. I could even teach you, I suppose. Anyone who's been trained as a warrior. I guess if I'm going to give up Chantry secrets, I may as well go all the way. Send whoever you want trained to me in camp, and I'll see what I can do.
There we go. We can get trained as a Templar now if we want to.
Something on your mind? Of course.
Why have you remained a Templar if you hate the Chantry?
Have you seen the uniform? It's not only stylish, but well made. I'm a sucker for good tailoring.
Well, Templars wore heavy plate mostly. I don't think I've ever seen you wearing it. Not this again. Can't you answer a simple question?
I keep it hidden under my pillow. Sometimes I'll take it out just so I can hug it fondly and remember the good old days. Brings a tear to the eyes, you know.
So this is where you deflect questions with humour, right? Do all Templars make this or just you?
I'd use my shield if I could, but I think you might actually spot me hiding behind it. You don't really want to know about my being a Templar, do you? It's really quite boring.
I do really want to know, yes. That makes something get more exciting. You don't have to tell me then, I was just curious.
Poke, poke, poke. Tell me everything about your life, Alistair. All right, if you insist. It's not like we have anything better to do, right? The truth of the matter is that I did hate going to the monastery. The initiates from poor families thought I put on airs, while the noble ones called me a bastard and ignored me. I felt like Al-Eamon had cast me off, unwanted, and I was determined to be bitter. But I took some solace in the training itself, I guess. I was actually quite good at it. The education, mostly, but also the discipline. You need to have a disciplined mind in order to use the abilities we have. It was difficult, but rewarding. I never really felt at home anywhere, though, until I joined the greywardens. And Duncan felt my Templar abilities might be useful for when we encountered darkspawn magic, so I kept it up. What about you? Do you have anywhere you consider home?
Not anymore. Orzamar's my home. I miss it. Home is wherever camp is. We're travelers now.
We won't always be traveling like this, you know. Once the war is over, once the Blight is... well, a time will come when we'll have to think about having a real home again. Though that seems like a far ways off. And I suppose the Grey Wardens are gone for good. Either way.
That's assuming we even survive. They can be rebuilt. We can always keep travelling. There's no time to think about it. They can always be rebuilt.
I suppose you're right. We can create new Grey Wardens, but we'll never get back those we lost. I wonder if it would ever feel the same. Anyhow, now I've sidetracked us. We'd better get back to what we're supposed to be doing right now.
+1 for approval, bitch. Poured my heart and soul into that.
The stars are out.
They are. For once, a clear night. That's great. There's still beauty to be found in this world, so go help Alistair make stuff.
It comforts me to know that the stars will remain untouched by the Blight. That whatever happens down here, they will shine eternally. Their light undimmed. There is a story about that cluster of stars over there. Do you know it? Elindra and her soldier?
Can't say. Tell me, I don't know many stories.
A long time ago, there lived a fair maiden called Elindra. She had many suitors, but spurned them all, for she did not love them. One day, Elindra was sitting by her window in her father's castle, singing and dreaming, when her lovely voice caught the attention of a young soldier. Entranced by her song, the soldier drew near to Elindra's window. As their eyes met, he fell in love with her, and she with him. When Elindra told her father about the man she had chosen, he was furious, for Elindra was high-born, but her love nothing more than a common soldier. To keep them apart, he had Elindra imprisoned in the highest tower of his castle, and sent her soldier to the wars. Alas, not a month had passed before news of the soldier's death reached Elindra. Alone in her tower, Elindra wept for her love, and beseeched the gods to deliver her from this cruel world. So earnest was her plea, that the gods themselves were moved. They gathered Elindra into their arms and lifted her high into the heavens, where she became a star. The gods also raised up the soul of Elindra's soldier love, and there he dwells, across the horizon from her. The band of stars between them is a river of Elindra's tears, cried for her lost love. They say that when Elindra has cried enough, she will be able to cross the river to be reunited with her soldier.
That's a crap story. Bit of a horrible story, really, in a way. I'll let her look at the stars the same way again. The beautiful story, stars are not made of tears. Why do stories have to end so badly? She's gonna appreciate it more if I say it's a beautiful story.
This story is one of my favorites. A tale of a love so great and so enduring that it defies death and moves the gods to action. Sometimes I ask myself, does such a love exist? Can it exist?
It may exist, but it never lasts. I was hoping in love. Then we are truly lost. We are lost in hope. We lose hope in love, we are truly lost. Few loves are so powerful. Real love is a mix of lust and attachment, nothing more.
I think I would be lucky to experience an emotion even half as pure and true as Elindra's love.
One day you will find a person worthy of that love. We should all be so lucky. Friendship, we gotta love it.
The world gets lonely too quickly if there is no one to share it with.
+3. I haven't really decided if I'll romance any characters yet, but like if you're a Grey Warden character, romance is Liliana. It makes it for some interesting references in the later games. Let's have a chat with Morrigan.
What do you wish of me? We are in camp, so 'tis as good a time as any.
Always got a little bit of a soft spot for Morrigan.
What do you wish of me? If you must.
How did you become a shape changer?
I was not born such. 'Tis a skill of Flemeth's, taught over many years in the wilds. The chastened have tales of we witches, saying that we assume the forms of creatures to watch them from hiding. When a child is alone and separate from his tribe, that is when we strike, dragging the young boy kicking and screaming to our lair to be devoured. A most amusing legend.
Your mother's been doing it for a long time then? That does sound like something you do.
Changing her form, certainly. Devouring lost children, I cannot say. She has not done it in my experience, though in truth my lifespan is but a fraction of her own. Why do you ask? Is there something specific you wish to know?
Can you change into other human forms as well? Can anyone become a shape changer?
Anyone with sufficient will. But the act of transformation is a magical one. 'Tis a spell, and thus requires a mage's talents. If you had a notion to learn such a skill for yourself, sadly, you must remain disappointed.
Can you change into other human?
The form of an animal is different from my own. One may study the creature, learn to move as it does, think as it does. In time, this allows one to become as it is. I gain nothing by studying another human. I already am the same as they are. I learn nothing. So the answer is no, my human form is the only one I possess.
You spend a lot of time as an animal?
There were nights when the wilds called to me, 'tis true. You look upon the world around you and you think you know it well. I have smelled it as a wolf, listened as a cat, prowled shadows that you never dreamed existed. But my life is as a human. I am under no illusions to the contrary.
What do other animals think of you when you've changed?
They do not shy away from me. To their senses, I believe I seem like any other of their species. As to what they think, I truly cannot say. Just as I am still human, no matter my form, they are still animals. Thus they cannot speak, even were I to ask. No, 'tis not unheard of in the remote corners of the world. There are traditions of magic outside of the circle of magi, despite what those mages would have you believe. Some of these traditions are old, indeed, passed down as carefully guarded lore from one generation to the next. The zealots of the chantry would uproot all such practitioners if they could. But as luck have it, some still exist. My mother is such a one.
By practitioners, you mean apostates, don't you?
Not all apostates use the forbidden blood arts. Maleficarum do, but to condemn all who do not fall under the circle's thrall for the sake of what might be is a dangerous path to walk. There are those who look on the word apostate as meaning freedom.
All I wanted to ask.
Indeed. Have you an opinion on my abilities, then? Am I an unnatural abomination to be put to the torch?
I think your ability said quite useful. Does seem a little revolting. Maybe tied to a flagpole and tickle. What the hell is that all about? And would just make you angry, I think. At the very least. I kind of want to say maybe tied to a flagpole and tickled, but...
Oh, you're simply full of surprises, little man, aren't you? But enough of such talk. Let us proceed, lest the dust gather on us.
+3. Wait, let's crack on with a bit more. I'm not going to bother talking to Sten because he's just going to blank me because we're still neutral. I don't want to talk to Shale just yet.
Yes.
Indeed.
Indeed.
So we've done this now. Can't fish. We got a major circle to go a little bit more. Densely will provide much timber in the region. Assores of Mar. Soldier's Peak. Denerim. Well, actually, I need to speak to that guy. That guy's still here. Well, this is where he was stood, wasn't it? Oh no, he said he was going to go to Soldier's Peak. Right, let's go to Soldier's Peak and see if we can, like, progress that DLC a little bit.
Yes.
Indeed.
Indeed.
If we progress this DLC is part of get a Greywarden stronghold, I think.
And here we are. Soldier's Peak. Maker's breath. Look at the size of her. What a fortress. I told you the map would get us through the tunnels.
Just a minute, you were lost a couple of times. Under Ashton's blood, how did you find a path on your own? He's impressive, that's
It's
just it.
just teeming with history. Can't you feel it? So, I'll follow you about, from a distance. This place has the stench of death. I expect there's trouble up ahead.
Soldier's Peak. Looks like it's seen better days. Better centuries, more like.
Once the wardens flourished, their ranks full, their caliber certain. Now they even accept people like you, Alistair.
Hey!
Fall back! Fall back already!
Taking the peak will not be easy, my lord.
I gave the wardens one chance to die with honor. Instead, they hole up like cowards. We follow the king's advice, then. Starve them out.
But the peak has months of supplies.
Then we wait. When they are too weak to lift their weapons, we will send them to their final judgment.
What was that? Felt a bit woozy there. I'm not mad, am I? You saw it too?
I've heard an Orlesian ballad about something like this. A beauty trapped in a dream. In the song, Belisa never wakes up.
Your prissy friend here is making me nervous, Warden. How's this even possible? The place must truly be haunted.
The world is full of mysteries. Let's move on.
Yes, Warden.
That's where I was. So, that's going to do it for this episode. I just want to take a quick second to say a massive thank you for those of you who are watching. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, then please consider smashing that like button or dropping a sub. You don't have to, of course, it's entirely up to you, but it is free and it just helps my channel grow a little bit more. Most of all, though, I just want to say again a massive thank you for those of you who are watching, and I hope to see you all in the next one.